All right, 7th graders, this is to help you get ready for number 7 on your test next week. It says, when Kaylin planted a rose bush, it was 28 inches tall. The rose bush grew 2 3/4 inches per year. The tree is now 44.5 inches tall. How many years ago did Kaylin plant the rose bush? Okay, I'm going to set up an equation because this is an equation test. So I'm going to let y equal number of years. So we're trying to figure out how many years ago Kaylin planted the rose bush. Well, when she first planted the rose bush, it started as 28 inches tall. Then she has to add to that how much it grows each year. Well, it grows 2 3/4 inches per year times however many years it's going to grow at that rate. And now it's 44.5 inches tall. So in order to figure out how many years ago the tree was planted, I would set up an equation, take the original height of the tree, add to that however many inches it's growing times the number of years it's going to grow at that rate, and then you'll get the ending height of the tree. So I'm just going to solve this two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 28 on both sides. And I'll have 2 3/4 y equals 44.5 minus 28. Let's see. So 1/2 is still going to be hanging out here because this is like 44.5 minus 28 and 0 halves. 1 minus 0 is 1, so you still have a 1/2. So you just have to take 28 from 44. I'm going to borrow from the 4. The 4 will become a 3. This becomes a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. So hopefully that's 16 1/2. I'm just checking. There's a half. 8 and 6 is 14. 2 and 1 is 3, and 1 is 4. Okay, yep, that works. Now to get y all by itself, you say, what's the operation between the 2 3/4 and the y? Oh, that operation is multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? I undo multiplication with division. So I need to divide by 2 3/4 to get y all by itself. If I'm going to divide by 2 3/4 on the left side of the equal sign, I have to divide by 2 3/4 on the right-hand side of the equal sign. Now I'm going to show some scrap work for that. So now I have 16 1/2 divided by 2 3/4. Well, I have to first, if I want to divide fractions, I have to or mixed numbers, I have to rewrite each as an improper. 2 times 16 is 32, and 1 more is 33 halves. Divided by 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 more is 11/4. Then we can keep change flip. 33 halves times 4 over 11. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. 11 goes into 11 once. 11 goes into 33 3 times. Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 2 times 3 is 6. It must have been planted 6 years ago. The rose bush was planted 6 years ago. Okay? I hope that helps.